Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Tyler. This is Pockets Full of Comics. This is where we talk about comic books and collectibles in general. If you're new here, welcome, I guess, if you will. I am a new collector, a newbie to the hobby, but I've now been kind of doing this for almost, I don't know, kind of coming up on like 2 years now, so it's not that new, I guess, to me. I'm starting to figure things out, but one thing that I've had a really hard time figuring out since I started was, what do I want to personally collect? What am I going to keep? I have literally bounced all over the place, if you guys know me, but I always go back to the same type of things. So I think that I've kind of narrowed it down, right? So if you see behind me, my wall, what I have, just a couple bigger books that I really like, that I chased. My Grail, The Tales to Astonish 13. Bar none, hands down, my favorite book. I love Groot as a character. I would love to get that. I'm gonna take that book. It's a 3.0 copy. But over the years, my goal is, to not always probably keep that book, but to continue to increase the graded copy that I have there. So I'll take that to shows with me, and if for some reason I can do a wheel and deal and get a higher grade, I'm going to continue to try to climb that for that book. The Captain Americas are for my grandfather. Batman's for my grandfather. Fantastic Four's from a really good buddy at Triton Comics. He gave me a great deal there. I've always loved that big baby cover, the first appearance of Silver Surfer. I've got a Marvel Mystery from my grandfather, World's Finest. And then we go into all the Golden Age Superman books right here that I love, that are non-graded, that I don't have any intentions on grading. I graded a couple that were my grandfather's just specifically for that reason. And then we have on the top row my Guardians of the Galaxy stuff. Not Pictured is probably one of the bigger portions of my PC, and probably going to continue to be that way because there's so many of those titles and they're relatively cheap, and people from here have been really kind and gifted me a ton of books that are Santa Claus themed. So I have a box full of that. I can't wait for Christmas time this upcoming year for the amount of content I'm going to be able to do with all my Santa covers. So yeah, if you find cool Santa covers, hit me up on Instagram. Always interested in those. Besides that, though, I originally took on this path of Mike Plug and Marvel Monsters, and I just really liked them, right? But then I started getting into it, and I had the full Werewolf by Night run. I just was really kind of diving into the Monsters of Frankenstein, Tomb of Dracula, Luke Cage, all of those, and I decided that I didn't really want to collect all those runs because I just didn't want box after box after box of comics. So I have officially kind of changed directions for about the 10th time since I got into this hobby, but I am just going to start collecting. I'm still going to collect those type of books, but we're gonna lean on the number ones and the bigger key issues. And I have pulled some of those books today to share with you. These are some of my favorite pickups so far this year, and just really kind of align with where I'm headed. I want to continue to stay in a 2-box, 3-box PC, and not get too crazy and just collect higher quality books versus big runs. And yeah, so I'm going to show some books because that's what you guys are here to see. But first book that I'm going to show that I was really happy to pick up this year is indeed The Monster of Frankenstein #1. This is a nice copy. I would say it's probably a 4.5 or a 5.0. I got a really good deal on this, and it's Mike Plug, who I really love his artwork. I love his covers. So I am happy to have and keep that. The other Monsters of Frankenstein books that I did have, I will be getting rid of, selling or trading to kind of change directions there. The next is the Tomb of Dracula #1. I've always loved this cover. I think it's a great cover, iconic cover, if you will. And I picked this up off of my buddy over there at Patriot Comics. I got this in one of his Whatnot shows, and I got a pretty solid deal on it. It does have a tear right here. I think it's probably in a 3.5 to a 4.0 copy. 4.0 probably is pushing it a little bit, but I would imagine if I actually got it graded, they'd probably even be a little harsher on it and hit me with a 3.0, but that's okay because I don't have any intentions of grading it. This is staying raw, as are all of these books. Next, we've got Werewolf by Night #1. You guys know I love Werewolf by Night, so happy to have that. Then we have a high grade copy of Sandman #1. I really like the #1 issues. I just think they hold their value over time, and I just enjoy having the #1 issue. So I'm gonna lean on that. Journey into Mystery #1. Love these red covers. You know, the trade dresses. That's why I originally started chasing like the Plug covers and the Marvel Monster type books, because most of them have covers like this, and I am a really big fan. Found this one dirt cheap in a collection. This is the Spectre #1. Probably would not have actively searched that out, but if I find them in collections and they're cheap, I will keep them. Then we have The Origin of Thanos, which I found in a collection as well. I think I paid $2 for this book, which is fantastic. This is Captain Marvel #33. Pretty awesome. And then we have this Silver Surfer #2. I really like the Silver Surfer covers, especially the early 1 through 5 covers. And this one was a gift from a friend, so I will always keep that. But I love the green, love the purple. Green and purple covers are sweet. Happy to have this one, so that's going to stay, obviously. And then the big one this year, which you guys have seen before, I do need to clean it. I do think it's around a 4.5 copy, 4.0 to 4.5, and that's Werewolf by Night 32, which is the first appearance of Moon Knight. It's just an awesome, really iconic, really sought after book. So it's not a #1 copy, but it is a bigger key issue. So I'm going to kind of steer my direction or my collecting towards things like that. Obviously, though, my biggest focus, or my two biggest focuses moving forward, won't even be those books that I just showed you, but it will be Golden Age Superman, specifically the issues that are number 100 or less. I really like the first 100 issues there. Anything with Santa on the cover, being a Christmas baby, I love Christmas time, so I'm going that direction. That'll be probably where I start getting extensive and have a lot of books, will be my Santa covers. And then I'm going to have my specialized boxes that have books like these that I just showed you. Little higher value books, and just stuff that I think is really cool that doesn't necessarily fit in any genre, category, whatever you want to call it, just stuff I really enjoy. That I think will hold good value. So anyways, I just wanted to touch base because I've kind of not running out of ideas to make videos. I got plenty of ideas, but the videos on here that do the best are when I find collections, and collections are not easy to find. Just being real, I search hard, up, down, high, low, all around, trying to find collections, and they're either typically overpriced, or they go so fast that you can't get them, or they're just not there. So what else do I have? I've got all my Western stuff, Golden Age Western stuff that I'm going to keep. I've got a lot of Marvel, a lot of DC. We got a lot of Golden Age Disney stuff, a bunch of Wizard magazines. I've got a full tote of indie random, just completely random comics. No big books, but a lot of $3 to $5 to $7 comics. I think I'm gonna have a Whatnot show soon, but I'm trying to figure out what to do with it. I'm thinking about doing a show where I just take 10 to 12 comics, whatever I can fit in a Gemini, and that's the auction, and they're just completely random. Started at, let's say if I did 10 comics, I'd start everything at $8 and then go from there. So I really want to clean up some room, hone down what I have here, keep hunting for those new collections, and just keep coming up with content for you guys. So I'm working hard at it. I'm trying. I'm still here, but I'd give you guys an update. We need 2 subscribers to hit 2,000 subscribers. So if you know 2 people, hit that like, subscribe. If you watch all these videos and you haven't done it yet, if you're one of the 2 people that could hit subscribe, I sure would appreciate it. I appreciate all the support. You guys are awesome. Hope you're having a great week. Until next time, bye.